Yeah, what's up, everybody, on this Monday, April 26th? Oh my God, how time is flying. This month is getting away from us. Yes, sir. Hopefully, everybody had a fantastic weekend. And a week is off to as good a start as mine is. I can't complain. If I did, who gonna listen anyway? In case you don't know, my name is Lee Black, and I am the host of Real Talk for Real Men. And of course, we got a live show coming up this Wednesday. And we got a live one coming up this Saturday. Don't miss this week. Got a lot of good things happening for you folks coming up. I promise you. Wednesday show is going to be called Man in the Mirror. We're going to take an introspective look at ourselves, and we're going to do it from a real talk perspective. And then, of course, I've got some other things coming up for you on Thursday. Well, we're going to talk about hygiene. Got to do it. 2021. We're gonna clean some stuff up around here as we recovering from this pandemic. We're gonna talk about hygiene, personal hygiene, only in the only way I know how. But Saturday, do not forget to pop in live on Saturday. We're gonna have a live psychic advisor on. We're gonna be taking live calls, and we're gonna talk about the astrological effects of how we get down in relationships and things of that nature. So I hope to see you all there. But I want to talk about DMX Funeral. Our brother was laid to rest. Another good soldier gone. And so where my dogs at? Last time I get to say that in his honor. Rest in peace, my brother. We know that the struggle is over. You at peace, God willing. I love me some DMX, old school, my era music, but that's not what I want to talk about. DMX the man. I want to talk about the public funeral, the debacle that was the public funeral. And yes, I called it that. It was a spectacle. It was a true spectacle in true spectacular fashion, ghetto style as can be. This is my personal opinion. My, how us black people love us some funerals. Social media is lit up right now because of the performance, several things, but one of them was Faith Hill's performance. They just lightened into this woman saying how bad it was, how lackluster it was. They even commented the fact that she must have not been prepared because at her feet there were water bottles and there was red cups and things of that nature, and how she just seemed off key and they're worried about her. And she sang the song that she performed with DMX, and I guess it wasn't lively enough. And so they lightened her up for that. But I want to show you a quick video for me what encapsulates the true debacle of celebrity funerals. I'm going to share my screen with you. This is a man named Jungle. You know, you guys know how these names go. And I'm going to just let you see what happened. This is real short. And then we're going to talk about it like we always do, fam. You know how we get down. So we're going to talk about this, okay? So I'm trying to share my screen. Oh my goodness, I froze up. What happened? What in the world? My screen is completely frozen. Oh no, and it started before me. So no, I don't know what happened there. A little glitch and a hiccup in the system. So let's try this again. I'm going to share my screen. Oh man, so it's flickering. So okay, we're gonna try to get this thing together where you guys can see what I see. I don't know what's going on in the system with it being a Monday, but let's make it happen.
And we've been on the road with him for the last couple of years. And this album would have not happened if we were not around. If we did not suffer through the pandemic and take Earl Simmons out of his house, drive an RV down south, and complete this album. I've been his friend for 20 years. 20 years I've been his friend, and I've been around him. I'm not an industry dude, and we got similar stories. Just like him with his grandmother, I have a grandmother that raised me, and I love my grandmother. I have a dog. I have similar stories. We both were in institutions when we were young. And I want to give you a story to how our lives paralleled and cross each other. Tashira said something here tonight that struck me, and I never knew it. She said that she seen X steal a purse or a pocketbook. That's the same thing I did as an adolescent when I was about 9 to 10 years old. And that put me in the group home in Yonkers. That's how I ended up in Yonkers. So I knew Earl Simmons since '89, and he was 7 years my senior. But I was a fan of his before he even realized it, because he was a local hero in the music industry, I mean, in the music scene as an underground artist. He did shows at School 12 and in Commerce, and the group home was right next door to Commerce. And I'm gonna tell you something else. This last year of my life, all the time I know Earl, I never said this to him, but I told him a story that happened to me, and he was a part of that story.
Okay, it's getting ready to get interesting, people.
He was a part of that story. And my name is Jungle, by the way. So I'm
That's Jungle, y'all.
That don't know me.
That's Jungle.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do, brother. Brother, my brother. Over here. Over here. Yeah. Over here, my brother. First of all, no. There's order. There's respect. You violated order. You violated respect. All right, but you disrespected my house. You've disrespected my house. What you telling me? Regardless of how good you think what you got to say is, you've disrespected my house. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my brother.
All right, let's stop it there. God bless Jungle. Bless his soul. Jungle was saying whatever he was going to say as he was being politely escorted off the stage. It's so much wrong with this that where do we begin? Clearly, he interrupted a service that was televised, and he wanted to get what he had to say in. We gonna discount the fact that Jungle was dressed like he was going to an award show. What's going on, sis? So we ain't gonna talk about that, because fashion done went all to hell when we talk about funerals anyway. There is no decorum anyway. But let's just talk about what happened here. A guy decided that he needed to get up and he had to get something off his chest at a televised funeral of a celebrity, and he goes into some haphazard story about when he knew him and what he forgot to say. Utterly ridiculous. But are we really surprised? Look, I love my black people, but we damn sure can make a mess of something that's supposed to have some kind of piousness to it. We will bring the ghetto no matter where we at. Think about some of the recent funerals that we've seen televised. One of the major ones that was not too long ago was Aretha Franklin. First of all, now this is not against the entertainers. As y'all told you again, I love DMX. This is the debacle that they turn it into when you're supposed to be sending somebody off, so to speak. Aretha Franklin's funeral, I think that damn funeral was 7 or 8 hours long, which made absolutely no sense. We get that we love her. We get that she's the queen of soul. We get that she's done a hell of a lot for music, but why was it necessary for everybody and their uncle to come up to say something about this woman when she was alive? You probably didn't spit on her. You know the old expression, give the person their flowers while they're alive? We really need to honor that, because now that they're dead and they're laying there motionless, now you want to come up and you got all these long ass stories to talk about and things to say. Save that shit. We love Aretha, but my God, 7, 8 hours long. All of these different Whitney Houston, giant in the industry. You know, all of the stuff that went on behind the scenes, whether Bobby was invited, and this is her ex-husband, but whether he was invited and not allowed to sit certain places. My God, we can truly screw up a funeral. So here we are with DMX, just passed, and all of a sudden we got somebody busting up, just telling some nonsense story and being interrupted by, I guess, which is a preacher or whatever, you know, and then Faith Evans. Here's part of the problem, folks, and we don't. Sometimes we don't want to say this out loud. We all know that when one of us die, it's a different affair than when one of the others pass. Whether you like the others or not, they usually have their shit more organized. Let's just be honest. Think about the Kobe Bryant funeral. When Kobe Bryant tragically died, how much time they took, how much care they took. They made sure that the venue, the setup, everything about it was more organized. You didn't see any missteps, mishaps. They knew who was going to come up to speak. They were prepared. It was organized. And it didn't take away from, the realness, the honesty, the rawness of it. Michael Jordan cried. Shaq said something. You even had Beyonce sing, but it was organized and together. We might not like everything that they do, but when they do something, it's usually more prepared. Think about how our African American award shows are prepared. Back in the day when we had BET, some of the best shows in the world, but my God, the commercials, they would drive you crazy because we have to have so many sponsors to accommodate how many damn people gonna fit on the stage. We just have a way of doing stuff that just ghettofies it up. And I'm sorry I have to say, if that ain't a word, damn it, I'm making it one, because this was a ghettofied funeral if I ever saw one. A bunch of unorganized speakers and whatnot. For my listeners out there, my family already knows this. When and if I go, I leave this mortal coil. Number one, I want to be cremated for that very reason. I don't want fake and phony people standing over me who didn't know me telling fake and phony lies. I am an SOB and I know I am. So for those people who, if you love me, you ain't got to come to no service. Pull out a bottle, pull out a blunt, toss one up, toss one back, and say, you know what? That was one such and such SOB. I really miss him. I really like him. You ain't got to tell no fake stories. Tell the real stuff amongst each other. Have a good laugh, you know, spliff up, drink up, and enjoy. All of the other foolish nonsense that's surrounding, all of the circumstance is not necessary. I feel sad in a sense that this is going to be the last memories we have in a public way of DMX because of all of this foolishness, and in many cases by people who didn't even know the man. And Tyra, I said it, ghettofied. Yes, some ghettofied mess. You know what I'm saying? Kenny says, better yet, brother, if you love me, show. That's what I said. Show me while I'm alive. If you ain't gonna have a drink with me while I'm alive, then in the immortal words of Tupac Shakur, F you and F. Now I can't say that. I'm gonna keep it clean, but I'm being serious. On a serious note, if I don't know you, I don't know you. If I don't F with you, I don't F with you, and you don't F with me, and that's okay. Not everybody messes with everybody. So I just had to comment on that. So whether you're Whitney or or Stevie or who, look, we got to do better, people. So I had to come on and do a little commentary because this was one ghettofied mess. If I ever saw one, Faith, baby, I didn't particularly have a problem with it. If there was water bottles and cups, they were probably drinking. When somebody dies, that's what the hell you do. You drink, you commiserate, you want to be a little bit happier. That's why picking up women at funerals has always been a great thing of mine, because when people die, you want to get happy real quick. But that's a whole nother story. Having said that, this was a funeral. Send the man off with some decorum, better respect, be more organized. And for God's sakes, you people busting up in the middle of ceremonies where you got to have something to say, save that shit. There's a better time to do things. We got to do better. Rest in peace, DMX. Love you, my brother.